Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They go 52.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Hey, 52. We're good. Let's go, Rogers.
1 yard.
80 weapons.
2nd and 9.
He goes to you, it's you.
31-yard line.
Comes to me, it's me.
On 2nd down now, it's Peterson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You ain't doing nothing.
Working from the gun, Keenum. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Keenum to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Hey, 653, 55. Hey, zoom.
It's coming up. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Let's go. Mike.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. That's the pass. Mike.
Spud. Hey, go Roger.
Check 31.
Harry left.
Check.
Hey, easy. Hey, let's go. False one. Here goes high.
To throw is Keenum. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking downfield for Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 52 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. First carry for Darius Geis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keenum. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Keenum going to throw. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
22, 21.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He sets to fire deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mike Daniels just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long.
Bravo.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
4 down, 52.
Now Keenum. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Got a man, that's Quinn. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 50.
Watch the whip.
53.
Keenum now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4. To the air again, Keenum. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trey Flowers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on 1st down, Keenum. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hey, let's get in them holes. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Keenum. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the time. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Take 2.
Keenum now on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Punching it in from a yard away as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. C.J. Anderson to the game. He gets it here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
It's a wrap.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they want them to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Hey, 50.
Banjo.
Back to the air. Keenum on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on, you want it.
Hey, box truck.
To throw, it's Keenum. Jordan Reed has it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, 51 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline,
a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Anderson. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
53, 55.
Switch. Watch the motion. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, orange.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, takes 53, 55.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run with Thompson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Keenum. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Hey, we're good.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Defense.
Hey, high 7.
51's the mic, boys. 51.
Back to throw, Keenum. And this one complete to Reed. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers, but hands.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford escaping the pressure right, and incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To the air again, Stafford. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 54.
They snap it to Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jesse James there to make the grab, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Prater for the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing? It's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
I'm about to find out. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 62. Stay hot. We're good.
Motion.
Here we go on 4th. Keenum. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. 1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already.
Under crunch. Check. All right. Doctor. You got that.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. So here are the Redskins now, an important two-point conversion. Keenum now to throw. And that is incomplete, but there's a flag down. So let's see what we've got. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set. Get on 20. Come on, baby. Drill right. 22. Hey, orbit.
Now it's Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack, now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room past the 20. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, 91 yards. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now it's Keenum. Complete. Richardson has it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now Keenum. And that is incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch the pass. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
They do snap it to Keenum. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Keenum to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Let's go, team.
One last throw for Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody. Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your brum, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, engine drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team, big numbers.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. While you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her 1 thou, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to... When you got dreams closer than a match, and plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Now Foles. Nowhere to escape. escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
One.
57.
Girl.
Hey, come on, no.
Hey, Alpha.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, here we go. Oh, 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Here we go.
Throwing on second and long. Foles flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57, Mike 57. Get that quarterback.
Go.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be.
There's Foles. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a nice spin. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, first and 10 at the 20.
2 by 2. Move.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
44, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Calais Campbell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21.
Don't get nervous.
Kill. Can. Fight this.
Hey, check 20.
Topper.
Check.
Hey, echo.
Here we go. Motion.
Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Third and 2 for Dalton. Being chased out left. And able to find Green. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third down from the gun. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
68! Pilot, 64, weak. Hey. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44. There you go.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but a big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
44's Mike. Check. Here we go. 44.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On second down, here's Fournette. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's not going to get me.
No score after one on EA Sports. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
Jim.
Silent.
57, Mike 57.
Bravo.
Check Mike 57. Check the outs. 57 to Mike. Go on, D. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Watch the screen.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Get ready.
A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Hey, exit.
Check Mike 57. Watch the blood.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
2 by 2. Move.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Heads up. Lady.
Mike Popo. It's been a long day for you. Slam.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Regular. Motion.
So that'll back him up 5.
Heads up. Lead.
44 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play.
368.
44 to Mike. Check.
Smooth.
You got nothing. 44. Mike, 44.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Wait up.
It's 2nd down. Don't look it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Check. Stay at home.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out the field position.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
13. Check three. Yeah, go, let's go. Hey, Foxtrot. Tiger.
Hit the right one. 49, check 49.
Under.
Watch the twitch.
Curl.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Vigil. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
57's the mark.
Hey, Tom Gould. Hey, high 7. Get him.
Watch safety creep.
Yes.
Safety's creeping.
To try again after the sack. Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, and he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Under.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 23-yard run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So Dalton now. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Shit. Sponge. No.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This is Josh Leemo. He hit from 57 a year ago. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has...
There goes Green! 30! The 20! And all the way in for a Cincinnati score! A.J. Green, 75 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Foles. Lee's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tiger. Fournette. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Foles now 9 of 17 through the year. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. And And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
57 Mike 57. We want this. Hey, let's go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Well, the open man is Westbrook. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Flipping left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about.
DJ Chark there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
368.
Now Dalton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Check it out, read.
Here we go, can.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Check 13.
Nice.
44, Mike.
Good.
Dalton. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey. Whip. Watch the whip.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift. Out.
2 by 2. Move.
Shift.
Blue draw quarters.
Kill. Watch twist.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the catch good, it's Eifert. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still...
Definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
25-yard line.
Go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey,
Give me some.
Here's Minshew. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Switch.
368.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Dalton here from the gun. That's complete to John Ross. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Move. Hey, Zoo.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
6-6, pull it high.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And able to find Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This will be Dalton again. Green brings it in. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton, A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together, you know, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
And it'll be Dalton again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
80 weapons, snap.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, exit.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Chopper! Go!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Look at me, zipper.
Fournette running right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll run with Fournette. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. Second down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go! Send over.
Check four, check four.
Go!
He's back to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by... And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on fourth down. They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Calais Campbell. And that may put a period on this AFC Championship game.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
Okay, ready? Greystone, travel. You
Check, check.
let's go.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
You don't want no problem.
4 yards.
You don't want no problem with me.
Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
On the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is in. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold as shield. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the first-time champions of the AFC, the Jacksonville Jaguars, taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, a lot of folks thought maybe last year would be the season the Jags finally rose to Super Bowl contenders, but a 5-11 last-place campaign ended those thoughts pretty quickly. But now, here they are 1 year later making their first appearance on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, they were so close getting in a couple years ago, weren't they, against New England? And, boy, they played them tough in that game. But prior to this, they were one of 4 teams coming into this year that had never been to the Super Bowl. Who were the others?
Browns, right?
Yes, Texans and the Lions.
Oh, the Lions, yeah.
Exactly. They had never played in a Super Bowl. That's over now. They're in the Super Bowl. Now they want to go out and win it.
Meanwhile, the Arizona Cardinals into the Super Bowl for just the second time in franchise history, and they're trying to win their first NFL title since the Truman administration, when they were the Chicago Cardinals in 1947. It's currently the longest championship drought in the NFL.
And they've moved a couple of times since then as well, from St. Louis.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Don't get nervous. You go rock it.
You got time right there.
Hey, lock it.
He's checking crack. Watch the ship.
Get ready.
3rd and long. It's Osweiler. And the pressure gets to him again. William Hayes providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5 now. Murray, he'll get this into the hands of Bird. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about it, Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Suggs. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Osweiler. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Complete to Leonard Fournette. A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
On the double. Hey, high 7.
23 is the mark.
Hey!
We on now.
Hey, Charlie!
They snap it at 1. Now it's Osweiler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this one complete to Charcandrick West. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. To throw is Murray. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
On the double. 36 to Mike. Here we go. Rush in. Under 10.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Murray, he finds West. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Cardinals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch it.
Johnson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
43. Check, 43. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. 43 is back.
On third down, Osweiler. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, first down. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Josh Allen. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, throw caught here by Bird. And he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Hey, Delta.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Osweiler. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Check, 43. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got
Go. Hey, team 6. 6-6, pull it high. Get it.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Cardinals' 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
You get any weapon. You get me.
Now it's Osweiler. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was set DeValve, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray going to throw. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Charkandrick West in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Murray. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Demir Bird. 36 yards. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. And, of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Osweiler, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Osweiler. He completes it to Westbrook. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. On first down, Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. After the turnover, here's Murray. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. Here's Logan Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. $51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to the tight end Clay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, porn seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause her like she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more.